Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and I'm back here with another video today. This gameplay is just some Weevil gameplay on Nuketown from my last Prestige, but in today's video I think I want to talk about the best guns after the latest patch on Black Ops 3, because yesterday I made a video saying certain guns were patched in Black Ops 3, and all that information was correct and true, but a lot of people got scared. They started saying, you know, these guns are not, they're going to nerf them to crap, they're going to make them garbage, so I'm going to clear that up today and talk about some of the best guns and the worst guns from after the patch. But before we get into this, make sure you guys subscribe if you are new to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that thumbs up button. Let's go for 2,000 likes in this video. Thank you guys for all the support lately. I've been gaining a lot of subscribers, getting a lot of likes and stuff on my video. So drop a like on this and let's get right into it. So I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to talk about, I've used probably half of these guns since the patch. I had a bit of time to play last night. Stayed up kind of late, even though I had things to do today to get this video out for you guys, because I wanted to give you guys some correct information on which of these guns is going to be the best and the worst after the patch. So I'm going to talk about the important ones and the ones that people really care about, you know, not so much covering the shotguns and the LMGs, although I did use a bit of them. So let's go right through and let's go through the guns that were nerfed first of all. So the XR2, I've used the XR2 since the nerf and it doesn't seem to make a difference. This thing still 1-2 burst. It seems like the nerf that they did to the XR2 was simply a small nerf, like a handling nerf or an aim down sight nerf, one that very little affects gameplay and really doesn't affect you. So if you think the XR2 is nerfed super hard, really don't think that. This gun is still an absolute beast and it can still 1-2 burst people pretty much every single time. I found you couldn't even notice the patch difference, and I think this is because this is the first patch in Black Ops 3. They are nerfing and buffing a few weapons, but they're so minuscule it's really hard to notice on certain weapons. But there are a few sleeper weapons which will be like the best guns after this, which I will talk about in this video. So the next one is the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh was nerfed. It's kind of like the XR2. It's the exact same. You really don't notice the nerf at all on this gun, and this gun, these two are still really good. The burst guns in this game are absolutely godly. The Pharaoh and the XR2 are really good. Now the VMP, this one was widely regarded as one of the better guns in the game, best SMG in the game, and this one got nerfed quite a bit. You actually can notice a little bit of a nerf. However, this gun is still probably the best rushing SMG. You know, there's so many other good guns in this game that I'll talk about later in this video that this gun might have been nerfed. It's definitely been nerfed more than the Pharaoh and the XR2 from my play style, or from how I played with it yesterday. I played quite a few games with each of these guns, and the VMP seemed to be the only one that I could notice the nerf on. So next, the buff guns. Now this is where the sleeper guns come out. They have buffed the Razerback. Now if everyone remembers, in the beta, the Razerback was one of the best guns, probably the best gun in the beta, and then when the game came out it was kind of weak compared to these Pharaoh and VMPs. Now with this patch they did nerf the Pharaoh and the VMP a little bit, but this buff on the Razorback is very noticeable. The Razorback is absolutely melting people now, and I actually got gold camo for it last night. I just fell in love with the Razorback and I was grinding with it. It's absolutely dominant right now, and I would put it at just as good as an SMG as maybe the VMP. The VMP might still be a tad bit stronger, but I think it's up to preference now. The Razorback got a huge buff, and that thing is definitely, you guys are going to want to try that out. If you guys tried it out before this buff and you said it wasn't that good, give it another go right now. Get a few attachments on it. You always have to get a few attachments on the guns before you can fully judge them, and then you guys can tell me what you guys think of the Razorback. And the other sleeper gun is the HVK30. Now this one was a really high fire rate, but a really high recoil gun that we had before in the assault rifle category that really got outclassed by guns like the ICR, simply for the fact that its recoil was horrible compared to the ICR, which was basically the same gun with, you know, the ICR was the same gun with no recoil at all, so why would anyone use the HVK? But the HVK has turned out to be a little bit better after this patch. It still gets outclassed by the ICR and the XR2, you know, the best assault rifles, but the HVK is definitely usable, and it's definitely a lot more usable from before. You will see a lot more gameplays with it now, and it's definitely one of the more usable guns in the game. I'd rank it the same as the HVK is sort of similar to where the Weevil would be in the SMG category, is where the HVK would be in the assault rifle category. And then I did try out one last gun, which was the KMR shotgun, and I found that the difference with this is that you'll never get 3 hit markers or 2 hit markers, and then the third one would be the kill. It's always a 1-2 shot kill. I played a few games and I never got that 3 shot. If you guys do get the 3 shot, it's probably at a range where you shouldn't be shooting at anyway. So I find that this gun is a reliable 2-shot kill, and usually it's pretty much a reliable 1-shot up close now. they did buff it a tad bit, and the KRM is looking good. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. These are just my thoughts and opinions on playing with the guns. You know, no one knows the exact stats for this patch notes, but these are my thoughts. You guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Your playing might be different from mine. You guys might experience different things with these nerfs and buffs, so don't get mad at me if you guys don't experience the same thing. But basically, definitely try out the Razerback. That's the best gun since the buff, and but the Fair and the VMP are still dominant guns in the game. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys are new to my channel, and thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Have a good night.